Hi, I'm Alex Scranton, Director of Science and Research at Women's Voices for the Earth. Let's talk about titanium dioxide in tampons and pads. Have you seen the TikToks going around? There are a number of folks online recently worried about finding titanium dioxide as an ingredient in their tampons and pads, and wondering if it's related to some health conditions they're experiencing, things like ovarian cysts or miscarriages, UTIs, and more. Understandably, some folks are pretty mad, some are freaked out. Now, most brands only started listing ingredients on their packages for the first time late last year. That was 2021, thanks to a new law in New York. Now, I've been researching health impacts of pads and tampons for nearly a decade, so I love having all this new ingredient information. Titanium dioxide was absolutely news to me. No companies had ever talked about using it before. Now, titanium dioxide is a pretty common chemical. It gets used in a lot of products. It's probably been in tampons and pads for a long time. It's just never been listed on the label. It gets used in sunscreen, all kinds of cosmetics, medications, and you'll even find it in food. So there are a lot of ways to be exposed, but it is becoming a controversial chemical. So here's what we know. If you inhale titanium dioxide particles, it can possibly lead to lung cancer. At least we know it causes lung cancer in rats when they inhale it. Also, it may be genotoxic, meaning it can harm your DNA. Now, just last year, the European Food Safety Authority concluded that titanium dioxide can no longer be considered safe in food, and that was because of genotoxicity concerns. So what about if you're exposed because your tampons or pads contain titanium dioxide? What does that do to your health? Well, unfortunately, we just don't know if it causes health effects. There's no published research available that's ever examined the impacts of vaginal or vulvar exposure to titanium dioxide. None. So while on the one hand, there are no studies positively linking titanium dioxide exposure to ovarian cancer or miscarriages or UTIs, we also simply don't have the science to assure us that this kind of exposure is perfectly safe either. And certainly there are a few red flags with titanium dioxide. So it's not unreasonable to be concerned. And it's certainly worth asking, is it worth the potential risk to have a tampon that's just a little bit more white before you use it? But what is great is that we're reading the ingredients on these products and asking important questions about their safety. And that's what I encourage all of you to do. We need to be contacting the manufacturers of the products we use and ask them how they're ensuring the safety of their tampons and pads. What do they know about titanium dioxide that assures them that it's safe to use? And see what they say. And then you can make your own decision. The nice thing is that finally companies are required to tell you what's in their products. So you can choose whether or not to accept a possible risk to have a whiter tampon or choose a brand that doesn't include it. Now, keep in mind, sometimes titanium dioxide might also be listed as white pigment or pigment white 6. So look for those terms on packages as well. Now, for all I know, titanium dioxide in pads and tampons might be just fine. It might not be a problem, but I'm not sure we have the science to prove that. So companies really need to come forward and explain what gives them the confidence in using it, because we all deserve safe products, and all you need to do is ask. Thanks so much.